If you could give a 11, 16-year-old some life advice, what would it be? Brush and floss your goddamn teeth. You'll regret it immensely if you don't. Don't take life advice from strangers on the internet. Wash your dick. Seriously. Don't take rejection too seriously. Get up. Go on and continue your life without them. Don't use Snapchat to get a girlfriend. A bunch of advices I had to learn the hard way, but should be helpful. You'll meet a lot of people online and in real life, and might find yourself falling for someone. Now, stuff might seem a little tough at the beginning, but time and effort and proper communication are the keys to any relationship. If you ever get rejected by someone, it's not a big deal. Take it easy. Don't beat yourself up, please, and move on. You still have a long way to go, and most relationships in general at those ages don't last too long anyway, especially if they're long distance, not impossible. But don't get too upset if it doesn't work out. Maintain good posture always. Your future self will thank you. Might seem unnatural at first, but you'll get used to it. Brush your teeth and floss at least twice every day. Flossing is just as important as brushing. And while you won't exactly die if you miss a day or two, trust me on the fact that dental hygiene is sexy. Try to develop some skills that'll help you in the future. If you have a laptop, try coding or basic web design or something along those lines. You don't have to go crazy, but it's always good to have some general ideas. Learn a second language if you can. French, Spanish, Japanese, Mandarin, whatever seems appealing to you. Always remember that consistency is key. Again, your future self will thank you. Keep yourself hydrated always. Don't worry about what others think of you. They're all worried about their own shit, and if you think that a bad school presentation or wearing the wrong outfit at a party will ruin your life, it really won't. I guarantee they'll forget it within a day or two. Read books, whether it be self-help, fiction or non-fiction, autobiographies, whatever you like. If you invest enough time in reading, you'll learn quite a bit and might end up enjoying a good book more than a movie or a TV show even. Save money as much as you can. Try researching about investments and the stock market in general, but don't go nuts on it when you're just starting out. Either way, save money in any way you can. School at your age isn't as important as it will be in the future, but don't completely ignore it. As long as you have above average grades, you should be fine. There's no need to boast straight A's every time in grade 7 or something. And it's no big deal if you miss a mark or two from a perfect grade. These ages are mostly about having fun and enjoying your childhood. So do that. Even then, don't jeopardize your future career. You'll fail numerous times on many things. Might be a test, might be a rejection from your crush, might be a driving lesson, a job opportunity, whatever. Remember that it's not the end of the world and you're going to be absolutely okay. Get up, dust yourself off, and move on. Please don't be harsh on your parents. They might make stupid decisions or embarrass you sometimes or something like that. But keep in mind that they are just humans, just like you. They make mistakes and have valid feelings too. Don't be a jerk in general. You never know what one person is going through. Sure, a harmless prank every now and then is fine, but please don't do something that will fuck their lives up even if temporarily. Empathy doesn't cost a dime. Take it slow and steady. Don't think too much about anything. It won't matter all that much in your future. The things that may seem huge for you at the moment will just be something you'll most likely laugh at with your friends when you're all adults. The road is long and you'll have countless opportunities on the way, but still, don't take things for granted. Spend time with your family, siblings, grandparents, friends you'll regret once they're gone. If it seems too good to be true, it probably is. If you ever find yourself on the receiving end of a decent work opportunity, take it even if you have no idea how to do it. You'll learn it along the way somehow. I had no idea how Photoshop worked until one of my father's friends asked me if I could help create a project for him. Now, I earn 6 figures doing something I initially had no clue about. Most of all, just enjoy it, man. Life is short and money, relationships, friends, they'll all come and go. At the end, you only have yourself, so make sure you enjoy the stuff while they last. Don't go too far, don't drink and drive, don't do drugs, don't get obsessed or too addicted to anything. Even if it's studying. Party every now and then. Sneak out. Stay up late. You only live once, some shit, and you'll have more fun than a lot of kids at your age. And please, always be humble. There are many kids and people in general who don't have half the opportunities that you have. So don't be afraid to give back from time to time. Whether it be financially, or just a simple smile to a stranger or a homeless person. Hope these help. Best of luck to whoever comes across this. Edit. Holy shit, thank you for the awards and all the replies. You guys are ducking amazing. Wow man. Those things are so true, and everyone who hasn't graduated school and still are stressing about all exams and stuff, I'm certainly and slowly going crazy because of it. Don't worry, all gonna be fine. And yeah, she isn't only girl. Forget it and move on. Have a great week everyone. Things that happen now seem like the biggest, most important thing that will ever happen to you. They aren't. Breathe a little, relax a little, and be a kid. It's important to remember you have your life ahead of you. I agree, but this one is hard to relay. To them it's one of the biggest things to happen to them. They're only like 13. Breaking up with their boyfriend or losing their best friend is a huge ducking deal for them. I would almost go the opposite and say as adults we should take things that happen to our kids in high school, middle school more serious, because it really does matter to them. Even if we just blow it off. Talking as a parent of a 12-year-old that's had 3 boyfriends in 3 months. Be mindful of what adults tell you. Just because they are older, it doesn't mean they are right. Try to look into more about a topic before landing on a strong conclusion, unless the evidence is there and verifiable. Also, they may be wrong, but don't be too cocky about it. Allow yourself to be wrong and learn from it. We're all still just learning along the way, and be careful with what ideas you explore. Make sure it doesn't harm others and yourself. Lastly, there's a reason why something is R18. Don't get too into it, it'll ruin you. Wear sunscreen. Don't post everything online. I see things I posted at that age and pray no one else ever sees it. Don't assume your first love will be your only love. The first heartbreak hurts the worst, but you will survive. Stay strong. Don't make life decisions based around your friends or partners. Don't follow trends to be liked. Don't work yourself to death. Let your parents help you. Learn skills. Have hobbies. And lastly, most of your friends will disappear eventually. Most of your friends are only friends because you see them every day. It's not against you and doesn't mean you're unlovable. Don't assume your first love will be your only love. I was with my first boyfriend between ages 15 and 24. When we broke up, I felt like I would never recover. But I'm now 26, and I can honestly say that splitting up with him was the best thing that ever happened to me. Not that he's a bad person, but if we had stayed together we both would have been miserable for the rest of our lives. He has a new girlfriend who he seems happy with, and I'm very happy being single and figuring out who I am. I don't know when I'll date again, and when I do I don't know if it will be with a girl or a guy, but I know that I'm not gonna settle for being unhappy just because I'm scared to be alone. I've been alone, and it's one of the most fulfilling experiences of my life. The next decade of your life is going to be both heck and heaven. Just know that everything will be okay in the end. Also please use deodorant. You are stinky. Be very careful what you post online. A comment or photo can come back to haunt you forever. Consider that someday, when you are job hunting, dating, running for office, what you are posting today will be there for all to see. Ignore the drama. Relax. None of this matters in the long run. Hang out with your grandparents as much as possible. Ask them questions about their lives and listen to their stories. Spend more time reading books or magazines or comic books. Whatever you enjoy reading, just read. Shower regularly. Not only will you feel, look, and smell better, a shower is a great time space to think, de-stress, and can make you feel more energized and productive. Learn how to cook a meal. Prepare it for your family. Eat it together. Trust your gut. If it doesn't feel right, don't do it. Lay off the soda. Drink more water. You're going to screw up. We all do. It's all part of the process. What's important is that you learn from your mistake. As they say, the same mistake made more than once is a decision. Respect people and property. Save some money. Doesn't have to be much, a few bucks here and there. It all adds up. The earlier you begin saving, the better. Spend more time with your grandparents. Get to know them. Ask them questions. Listen to their stories and be sure to share yours with them. You might be surprised at how damn cool most grandparents are if they've passed on. Ask your parents' relatives to tell you about them. Consider keeping a daily journal. Keep a log of everything from things you purchased and how much money you spent that day to what you ate, saw, and did. Keep track of funny quotes and stories. Things that amazed you, upset you, made you laugh, cry, etc. Not only will this be a handy way of preserving memories, it can also be extremely helpful for keeping your spending and calories in check. Don't be a bully. Most people have a hard enough time without having to deal with yet another asshole. Be part of the solution. Don't put things off. Whatever it is, putting something away, folding the laundry, doing your homework assignment, just do it now. Procrastination is a habit that is way too easy to pick up and nearly impossible to shake, and it will cause you a lot of unnecessary grief. Small acts of responsibility now will help you become dependable and disciplined in the future. Don't leave that dish in the sink to sit and grow crusty, and definitely don't leave it for someone else to clean. Just wash it now. That way, it's done and you won't have to deal with it later when it becomes a problem. Be patient with your mom, dad, grandparent, siblings, whatever your family looks like they are trying to figure it all out. Too. The one exception, of course, is if they are harming you or others in any way. If that's the case, get some help. www.their hotline.org. Hang out with your friends as often as possible. Enjoy these years, because after high school things start moving pretty quickly. Be silly, have fun, be a kid. If you wait today, I learned you're in your early 20s before drinking, smoking, weed, taking any other drug, you will greatly reduce the chance of addiction and mental health problems. Drugs are bad when you are young. There is no rush to take them. They aren't going anywhere. Forget what society tells you about the normal steps of adulthood, marriage, having kids, careers, whatever. Do what you love, whatever you feel passionate about. Travel, appreciate everything. Be kind. Uninstall McAfee. Most adults haven't figured out life, so don't worry if you haven't so far either. 1% a day adds up, meaning you can learn anything or master new skills by practicing just 15 minutes a day every day. By 20 you could conquer the dictionary, be fluent in another language, and play at least one instrument. Obviously it can be applied to sports too. Everything is more fun if you are enthusiastic. Chores, or could get to know you games, the stuff you don't want to do, will all be better if you do it to the best of your ability. The cool don't care attitude only steals joy. Also, body weight exercises and jogging helps with the physical clumsiness in puberty. Hiding the weird or unique parts of yourself as a teenager is something you'll regret as an adult and will spend a lot of time trying to rediscover. Don't try to fit in just to satisfy people who don't deserve your respect. Lift weights, man or woman, skinny or fat. Just do it. The longer you wait, the harder it gets to overcome your anxiety over it. No excuses. Do your homework. If you do or don't, you'll probably end up where you were meant to in life with enough time. But if you do it, your path to get there will be a lot easier. If you don't, you're just shutting doors that you could have gone through. Don't share nude or partially nude photos of yourself. If you do, make sure your face isn't in any of them. You're not ready to have a baby at that age, and it will derail any and all plans that you had for your life. Use protection and have a backup plan in case it fails. Just a few off the top of my head. Try your best to think before acting. Treat others with empathy. You don't know what they are going through in their life, and they don't need you to make it harder for them. Don't worry so much about what others think. The ones closest to you won't judge you for your quirks, and the ones who do won't matter in the long-term course of your life anyway. Take things one step at a time. Do you have a lot on your plate and you aren't sure how you're gonna get it done? Break things up into smaller tasks. Focus on the current task and then move on when completed. Looking at the whole picture can be overwhelming, and there's no need to do it that way. Edit a typo. Being disrespectful towards women won't land you a girlfriend. I can't fathom how a lot of guys out there think it's okay to talk shit to women and yet still say duck. I want a girlfriend so bad.